Angry neighbor sends hateful Christmas card to lesbian moms because of pride flags. A lesbian couple in Western Massachusetts has come forward after an anonymous neighbor sent them a less than jolly Christmas card. Melissa Sheehan of Wilbraham, Massachusetts, said that she found the card on December 23rd, just days before Christmas. Sheehan and her wife Kelly live with their kids, who are 14 and 16 years old. She said that one of her kids asked her last year why their family didn't have any pride gear outside their home. So they put up a rainbow flag, a Black Lives Matter sign, and a trans pride flag also outside their home. The envelope had no return address, but it was postmarked. It contained a card with a picture of Santa Claus stuck in the snow. But then they read what was inside: a hateful rant full of grammatical errors from someone who was mad about their flags. The letter started by saying, quote, "Sheehan's, I drive by regularly and wanted to drop you a note about your signs and flags. I love your equality and pride flag, but if you are equal, why do you have to put it in everyone's face? Seems you want to be special." Bitch, we are special. That letter went on to attack Democrats and President Biden and was signed, quote, "Your unequal neighbor." Because apparently equality for oppressed people means those who aren't discriminated against have to suffer. Kelly Gray Sheehan posted an image of the sign to Facebook and tried to make it something positive by directing her friends to donate to the Trevor Project, which is an amazing nonprofit organization that fights LGBTQ suicide. With their post, the family managed to raise $500 for the organization. What do you guys think?
I think it's amazing. I think it would have been even more amazing if they had had the woman's name and they could have made every Trevor Project donation in her name and she would have gotten all those thank you notes.
Yeah.
That would have been a good idea.
I can identify with some of the things that they have going on. I mean, during the election last time, and we also had a We Believe in Science and Black Lives Matter post in our yard, along with a rainbow Biden-Harris flag, which of course we had hanging outside my window. We were getting beer cans thrown on our lawn from I won't call them, maybe I will just call them white trash beer, with lipstick on them. So they were throwing them on our yard, and several of our neighbors attacking people that had up, Democratic signs or any of those signs. So these type of attacks are happening, and this card is not as aggressive as it could have been, but we have to be aware that people are out there and that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. There are hateful people everywhere. There are hateful people that don't like us, even during the holidays when it's supposed to be such a happy and joyous time. Scott, you encountered something like this. What happened to you?
Yeah, I got a Christmas voicemail from a person affiliated with a local church, not here local in Fort Lauderdale, but down in Miami-Dade County. They wished me Merry Christmas, told me that they love me, but said that homosexuality is a crime and they want to save my soul. What was most impressing to me is that the individual left their name, their phone number, their business name, and their assistant's name if I called back. There was no shame. This wasn't an anonymous letter. This wasn't some, I get as an elected official, I get anonymous stuff constantly. But this is, I think, the first time that somebody had been bold enough to put down their own name.
They wanted to save you. That's the bottom line.
They wanted to save your soul. They wanted to make sure you can communicate with them.
They saw an opportunity, and here they were.
I haven't called them back yet.
And even in my neighborhood, we had an issue with all these political flags and signs months after the election, and we had to get the homeowners association involved. We had to get the city involved, and there were all these ordinances that were talking about you can only have political signs up for a certain amount of days. But now my next door neighbor has an enormous Joe Biden sucks flag hanging from two of the palm trees in the front of his house, and he argues that it's not a political flag and it's on his property, so I got to figure out what I got to do next.
That is crazy. I live in North Miami, back over where Scott lives also, right? And I had that by Don, right?
Yeah.
I had that sign up forever, and they would keep on stealing it. So I would just say, okay, there's just Biden people somewhere else that need my sign, and then I would just replace it again, So the reality is that there's hateful people everywhere. We just have to turn the other cheek and go, you know what, screw you, keep it moving, and that's it.
Yeah.
LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. like this broadcast, and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT